Today I am wearing a hat because I am too lazy to take a shower. I hope you don't mind. And I want to talk about alternatives to deal with gender dysphoria, or in general just any kind of dysphoria or dysmorphia or whatever you want to call it. I think there is a big fight about the terminology of like that only trans people experience gender dysphoria and that detransitioners are yeah, like I hear a lot that the reason why I'm detransitioning is because I never experienced gender dysphoria, and I think that it's a tricky topic because I think that I've been diagnosed with gender dysphoria by several therapists and psychiatrists, and I think if like maybe I never experienced gender dysphoria, but how do you want to diagnose real gender dysphoria and separate it from people who just think they have gender dysphoria? I don't think that, like, it's so close, it's so similar. Like, I went to a doctor and I went to a therapist, and the therapist prescribed me hormones after 3 months only, and he that's very fast in Germany because technically you need 1 year of therapy. And the therapist said that he gives me hormones as fast because he's never been as sure with anyone else than that he had before, and he was he was specialized on transgender individuals. So how do you want to tell wrong and show you gender dysphoria apart? But anyway, that was a small excursus. My actual topic is how do you deal with gender dysphoria if you don't want to transition, or if you realize that transition won't solve it, or in general, if you want to transition but you have to wait and you want alternatives, or you're not sure if physical transition is the right for you, because I think it's such a hard decision, so hard, and I just highly recommend try everything, and wait a year, 2 years, 3 years, wait until you're 18, wait until you're 25, be patient. I made a list, so I might want to look to the side at some point because I have it here, and I think that often there are videos talking about ways to deal with dysphoria that are not very concrete and don't give very clear ideas, so I thought I listed, and my first idea that helps me a lot personally is meditation. And that might sound weird. You might wonder, how the hell would meditation help me feel like hate my breasts less? I'm surprised how effective meditation is. Like, I found a meditation pack, and to be honest, I only used this meditation pack so far, and it's with very, very short guided meditations to be aware of your body. It's mindfulness meditation. I always forget the word. Mindfulness means that you be aware of the signs in your body, and you start feeling inside of your body, and feeling the different body parts, and just seeing them, feeling them, and not judging. But instead of saying, okay, I'm nervous, and then you like are nervous, you just say, I feel the nervosity, I feel you describe the feeling, how it's going in your stomach or maybe up your throat, how it's like something in here, and you just listen to the feelings and to other body parts. And the meditation pack I found is very short. I don't know if I will find it back. If I find it, I will link it in the description box. It's in English, and it is with very, very short guided meditations that are just like 7 minutes, up to 20 minutes is the longest, I think. And it is really insane what effect it has, because I especially recommend this one meditation called Working with Difficulties. Each time I do it, it's just 7 minutes long, and each time I burst into tears. And it's all about, I don't know, I just feel so much better afterwards. It feels like I'm unblocking something, and it feels like I suddenly feel my body, and it makes me realize how much I am actually not aware of being in my body, and like being grateful for my body. And I think this is a very important step to, at least for myself, to start feeling home in my own body. Another thing that helped me a lot, or maybe it's not a step forward to feeling more comfortable in your body, but very helpful in the way of going a step forward, analyze the cause of your dysphoria. And what I thought would happen while I thought I was transgender was that I thought I was just born transgender. I never told myself I was born in the wrong body. I tried to avoid this because like even like in the trans community, it's like no one's like, some people do, but a lot of people say they don't want to say that they're wrong in their body. But still, I thought I was just somehow born in the wrong sexed body, or so for some reason I was born in a female body, although it's not my body. And if you're bored, just make a count of how often I will say body in this video, by the way. Analyze the causes of your dysphoria. At some point I asked myself, if I wasn't for some reason magically born transgender, why would I want to transition? And then a lot of reasons came up. I talked about this in my previous video where I explained why I detransitioned. And for me personally, it was a lot that it helped with my eating disorder. Like, goals of my eating disorder were to lose weight, to get rid of my breasts, because breasts always made me look fuller or like less thin. And these were not all the reasons, but it played a big role. I realized that taking testosterone made me burn more calories, make me lose more weight, make me more skinny, make my hips be more narrow. And yes, I think analyzing the causes might not solve the dysphoria you feel, but it is a good way to see where can you go, in what direction. Maybe you experienced a lot of bullying, or maybe you have traumatic experiences or eating disorder as well, and then you can go and work with these difficulties that you have and focus on them, and then the other symptom of gender dysphoria might go away as well with working on the actual problem behind. One thing you can do, what I really like, is surround yourself with body positive images. So what I used to do a lot when I was transgender, I was following several trans men on Instagram, and I in general was following a lot of models and a lot of very thin people. I feel like, and I do not mean to insult anyone, and but I feel like a lot of ideals in the non-binary community, like I was following a lot of non-binary models, a lot of non-binary people. Oh my god, they're all so skinny. It's insane. And I don't want to say that anyone who's non-binary is skinny, but I think that it goes, like, having a very androgynous body often goes along with being very thin, so you can't see female features. If you go through your Instagram, for Instagram is just an example, it can be Twitter, it can be any other platform, or any kind of photos that you are surrounded with of people. Whenever you have the feeling of, oh my god, I wish I had this body, I wish I would look like this, I wish I was as thin, or maybe I wish I was as masculine, try to avoid these images. If your nature is just that, like, you are curvy, or you have some for certain features and you wish to look different in a different way, and you realize, like, if you realize it is not possible for your body type to look like this, try to avoid thinking that you wish you could, because this will just harm you no matter what. Instead, try to find new images that you find good looking, or even if you don't find them good looking, you can learn to find things good looking. What I'm doing personally, I work as an illustrator, and I used to always draw thin people, or people that I find good looking, like very skinny models. I just started to draw people that are curvy, or that have some certain features, or large breasts, or wide hips. And for me, drawing something, I want to draw aesthetically, and if I draw something that I technically internalize don't find aesthetically and I draw it, then I will make it aesthetic and I will find it good looking, and this is for me one important step to reach this. And also like Instagram is one of my biggest medias, so I will talk about Instagram, but it applies to any other social media. I just try to follow there are a lot of body positive channels or eating disorder recovery channels that will give you like positive images or quotes or just show people that have normal bodies. There are also a lot of feminist pages that will show you photographies of women that have normal bodies, have body hair. I try to surround myself with these images and really, really, as much as possible, avoid images that make you feel like make you feel bad. Images that make you feel like you should look like them instead of the way you look. Another thing that I find helpful, which is something that I still want to internalize a bit more, is, and I forgot to search for the English word. In German it's Affirmation, so affirmation, I don't know if you can translate it like that. And it means that you prepare yourself sentences that you internalize. I want to give you an example. Sometimes you might think, oh no, I should look more masculine, or my hips are too fat. Then you can always prepare a sentence that says, my hips are alright the way they are, or being curvy is cool, or my breasts are awesome, or sentences that touch you where you feel like, okay, this gives me an emotion. Try to build those sentences, and whenever you have a thought that goes against your body or that goes against anything, like makes you feel bad, you have this prepared sentence and you just force yourself to say it. If you believe in it or not, just say it. And if you say it repetitively, you will start believing it. Your subconsciousness will start adapting these sentences. Another thing, don't watch transition timelines. It goes along with don't surround yourself with images, but I think transitioning timelines, if you are considered to transition and then you see several people transitioning and being happy afterwards, then you will automatically think at some point, okay, this is what will help me too. So I recommend to not try to surround yourself with only one kind of media. Just stop watching transition timelines excessively, as I did when I wanted to transition. And this is a last point. Try to enjoy the moments where you feel at ease in your body. Try to enjoy the moments where you feel comfortable in your body, or you like something about yourself. And when I came out as transgender, I felt like I have to prove that I'm trans all the time and that no one was believing me, that I really have to fit all the criteria. And so I was very scared that, I don't know, it's just, I came out and then I was scared that what if I'm not transgender? This thought was there all the time, and then I was thinking and considering a lot, and I felt like I had to prove it to everyone, because otherwise no one would let me transition, like therapists, etc. I couldn't be honest or open. And I had moments where I liked my body. I had moments where I, for example, was working out, and I remember this moment where I was working out, and then I was doing my stretching exercise afterwards, and I looked down at my legs and I just thought, wow, my hips look very nice right now. And then I was so shocked, and I was like, no, I'm not supposed to like my hips right now. I'm transgender. Am I transgender or not? And I just liked my hips. What? No, I should hate them. Or it was so confusing at this moment, and I really felt like if I like a part of my body, I can't be transgender. And I wanted to transition, I wanted to do this, I knew this would help me. So I didn't even allow myself to sometimes like parts of my body. I had very strong feelings whenever I felt comfortable with something, especially related to my female body. And try to just, if you feel comfortable in your body, enjoy it. When you realize you have those moments, try to improve them, try to do them more often, try to bring them into your life so you can have them more often. You can feel like this is a great sign, and you might not have this, and I really hope that you maybe have a few moments, a few things in your body that you really, really like, and I really recommend, if you feel comfortable with them or you have moments where you like them, try to see what make you feel this way and try to do it more often. So this is everything I came up with. I hope one of these things might be helpful for you. For me it was helps a lot. I think there are still some things that I want to improve a bit more. So what do you think of these tips? Do you have any other ideas? I would be very curious. Please let me know in the comments. Yeah, I will see you soon.